to get like a whole bunch of people down there. It's a really ideal spot to be.
I just started the stream.
Okay, so we're live?
Yep.
Do you have music playing or something in the background? Oh, hey, here's my Blue October story. I don't know what it's doing there, so I guess I just have to skip this.
Any more couches?
No, just change what's there. Okay, so this is...
Next album. So hope finds a way. All right, so just to give you folks, if you're here for the first time, a little background on what's going on here. My name is David Michael Miller, and I'm from Buffalo, New York. And I'm in a couple different projects. I got kind of my solo stuff going on. I'm also in a kind of a jam band out there called Dive House Union, and we've had the pleasure to open up for a lot of great nationals coming into town, and I've done a little bit of touring and whatnot. And found myself kind of faced with going deeper into the career stuff or doing what I love the most, which is music. And I thought, well, let's give it a try. Let's see if we can make this thing work. So I started looking around to see, who could help me, produce a solo project. And the gentleman on the keyboard, Mr. Jesse Miller. Would you give it up for him? Yeah. I connected it with him. We started doing some pre-production on the album and whatnot. And he said, I know the guys that you need to connect with to lay the drums and bass on this album. And he connected me with Carlton Campbell and Mr. Derek Bennett. Derek Bennett back here on the bass. Yeah. And we went in and tracked, and man, some great stuff happened. And it's funny, it was actually with Carlton's prodding more than anything, even though I think Jesse asked me originally what I thought I was going to do with the album. I'm like, I don't know, man, just sell it at my shows, I don't know, whatever. Carlton's like, man, I think you should do something more with this. He goes, I think this would really go. So we started to, I said to him jokingly, well, are you gonna come on the road and, support it and play with me, music with me? He's like, yeah, I'd do that. I'm like, right. So really, like, would you really do that? He's like, yeah, I would do that. I'm like, okay. So what we thought we'd do then is, as we were working our way through the album, we started meeting some great people. Now, Barry Arbogast over there on saxophone. You can give it up, yeah, absolutely. Barry and I have been playing music for a long time, long before Dive House Union, actually. A few years before that, he was jamming with me in a little band I had called Beautiful Bones. And we just have a great time playing music together all these years. And he played on the album, did some great sax parts. Not long after that, I met this gentleman, Mr. Jay Moynihan, on the saxophone as well. You can give it up for him as well. We did a couple jams together, just hit it off. I just love where this guy comes from and, who he is and what he brings to the instrument. He recorded some tracks on the album as well. Just knew that there was some cool stuff. We got these guys together on a show, maybe a month and a half ago. And right out of the gate, just hearing the two of these guys together was just unbelievable. I mean, they're both incredible artists, and then together, it's like the sum of the parts is, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, something like that. Anyway, it's just amazing. Also, during this process, I met a few other folks. First of all, I met Miss Jasmine Neely back here, who's singing some. She's a little sick, so she's here under protest. No, she said she'd come out, and I said, please, But I know she's a little under the weather, but I appreciate her coming out. She did amazing vocals on the album. Yeah, give it up for her. Serena Young and Ashley Brown also did vocals. Serena is actually out in Syracuse. She couldn't be here tonight, otherwise she would have been here as well. Through this process, I also met the drummer behind me, which is Levi Bennett. Would you give it up for Levi? And he actually introduced me to these singers and helped, on a couple sessions, just kind of giving some words of wisdom and encouragement to me, and I just appreciated where he was coming from. Fantastic drummer. He's a producer in this area too. He's working with a lot of artists doing some great stuff as well. So, and then last but certainly not least,
Muted? No, you're not. The mic was off.
Absolutely. So we're ready to go. We have, did you cue us in? Do we have our Udicci.TV thing? I mean, where are we, Mike?
Udicci.TV is up and running, and I just need to switch it over.
All right.
You are on straight on, camera 2.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to another edition of Udicci.TV. For those of you out there in YouTube land, hope you're enjoying the shows. I think we're in about our 10th week right now, and it's actually growing quite a bit, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that later. For those of you who have tuned in the past, you kind of know that we're working on always evolving our show and figuring out where it goes, but it always seems to start out with me just taking some random topic that we discussed during the week and starting there. And that tonight, we actually, the name of the show is Appreciate, and it's been sort of a theme that's been going on in our company and with some of our clients that we've been working with, and it's really the idea of trying to find the value that is around us, trying to actually look for that which is good and promote it, and how do we go about making that better. And I don't just mean in dollars and cents. I'm actually speaking, how do we improve the lives of others? And a little of a backstory about how this came about. I remember about 2 weeks ago now, some men that I really trust and that you've probably met if you've watched the show, Mike and Tim, actually had gotten together behind my back. They had had a few drinks, and they decided that I was like the worst person in the world. So they decided that they were going to go ahead and send me an email and tell me all about that. Nah, not really. But yeah, they'd gotten together and they said, we've got to speak to Chuck, and apparently I don't listen well. Now, I mean, there's nobody up here for me to listen to. So really, what they were saying is, you got to help us communicate with you. And I had to take that because I do trust them. These are men that we've been working now together on this venture for 4 years, and Tim has been a friend of mine for, forever now. Going on 20 years? I don't know. Yeah, going on 20 years. And it's important, and they weren't telling me, like, you don't listen. They're saying, we need to communicate better with you. And I'm like, okay, I need to understand that. And for me, just to have friends that felt like they could tell me, look, this is how you've got to change and this is how you have to grow was really very encouraging for me. So one thing that we talked about was really the need for finding clarity when we were talking about things. And, we spoke that I can just get up in front of a camera and you could give me a topic and I could probably go for 5 minutes on that topic. And, they're saying, well, yeah, not everybody can do that. So you need to kind of be aware of, when people are trying to express themselves, to let them bring it out. And I said, all right, that's fine. And, it's something I have to work on. And one of the things that concerned them is they said, you've got this big vision of our business, and here we are, your business partners, and we don't even understand all of the stuff that's going on in the business. And I said, that's fair. It would make sense that I'm out there dealing with so many different people that maybe I would have a different vision, but you're absolutely right. I need to do a better job, because one of the things that we know is that vision excites. Vision really does excite people, and it's motivating. And when you can actually see your goals getting closer and closer and closer, and we've been working for 4 years for this point, that through the arduous daily grind, it's important that we share those visions. So I thought, let me go ahead and start trying to share that vision. So I tried to do a better job this week, and I started out the week by actually sharing my work list with them. And I'm like, all right, if they actually knew what I was working on, because 9 times out of 10, they think I'm just sitting home playing on the computer. And they're like, you're on Facebook all the time. I said, well, we run a social media company. What a great excuse, isn't it? But they're like, look, we need to actually understand what you're doing. So I sent them my task list for the week, and I'm like, this is all that I'm going to be doing, and this is great. And I thought, okay, great. This is a great step in trying to provide more clarity. And one of the things that we're working on right now is another show called Appreciate Talent. We'll be talking about that later. But we're actually going through the process of, we're going to be writing a song and letting people see from the beginning of the creative process all the way through the end. And you'll hear about that later. But what was interesting is this was part of my work for the week. And I figured I needed to include them in it. Part of what we're doing there is writing lyrics to that song. So the day after I sent here's my to-do list, I figured I'm going to start including them in this. So I'm texting them throughout the day as I'm getting updates and all these good things are going on, and I'm sending it back to them, and I'm like, this is good. But I'm sending it in lyric. Because I'm writing, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on, and this is what our business is, right? We're a creative social media company. So I'm sending it to him in lyric, and all of a sudden, I get this thing back from Tim. He says, are we supposed to do something with this, or are you just rambling? And I'm like, okay. So much for trying to bring clarity. At this point, all I'm really doing is interrupting their day. And I go, how do we go about actually trying to grow? And I'm sitting here, I'm trying to get Tim to understand. I'm like, dude, in my mind, I'm singing. Now, Tim's over there, he's programming. That's highly logical. And in my head, I'm going, hey, creative is best served with the side of logic. And Tim's still over there going, why are you bothering me? And I had to sit back for a little while going, this just isn't working either. But it was important to me to make sure that I was trying to give them, is there something else that I can give to you to help you feel where we are in the business? Because Tim and Mike are looking at the business from a very different perspective. And that's one of the big things. For those of you who look, Udicci.TV offers perspective. That's all we're ever trying to give people. Are like, hey, no matter how you see something, everybody else can see it a little bit differently. Now, here's one of the difficult parts. Just because you see something one way doesn't make it a valid point of view. Oh, that's a tough one. It's a tough one to sit there and tell people, look, you may see it that way, and it may be valid to you. Maybe I should say it this way. Maybe it's not a good point of view. And we kind of ran across that a little bit this week, where people were seeing things and they had their perspective and they were convinced of their own perspective, and the reality was quite the contrary. And we had to ask, what good are you looking for? Well, that's not what I'm seeing. Okay, but is there possible good in this? If you could look at it from this way, is there good? Well, yes, but that's not what it is. Yeah, but how can you be inside the mind of somebody else? And if you just decide that something is as you determine that it to be, then you've just limited your opportunity to find good. And that's what we're saying, is we need to start finding good. Because when we look for the good, then we can begin promoting the good. And that's what appreciation is all about. Finding something of value and making it better. So again, we talk about the vision excites, and we say that clarity comforts. So it's very important to define the number of points when you're setting a goal and you're working towards something, that if your team is together, let's make sure that we're all seeing the same thing by seeing how we can be on every point when we, as best that we can, so that we know where each other is as we continue to step forward. But here's my lesson for the week. Don't interrupt your partners with your own singing. All right, so with that, I'm going to bring up Tim, and we'll kind of get it going from there.
And also introduce yourself.
Oh, what do you mean? The world doesn't know me? I think the only one who's out there is my wife. She knows me.
That's Chuck Levechi.
I thought you made to put the lower third up there. All right, I have to skip. There we go.
You skipped 2.
All right. So what do you think, guys? Are we sometimes too busy to see the value around us?
That definitely is possible. I mean, there's a ton going on right now from about every single angle you can think of. So it's definitely a little bit more challenging to try to stay focused in any one area for any given period of time, which definitely hinders the communication aspect of it. So
That's a good. And imagine if all of those spots that you couldn't see, you assumed something was wrong.
that's why I've been trying to ask more questions this week. I don't know if you've noticed, you were explaining to me, asking me questions about certain situations, and I'm going, okay, I want to understand the situation before I just respond. So I've been trying to be more detailed in the questions that I ask to get to, something that helps me identify something that I can talk back with you about, and a little bit more logic, maybe, than...
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a piece of it, right? Is sometimes because we get so wound up in the stress of life and all the bills that are coming in and all the bills that can't get paid, and we're trying to get this done, we're trying to get that done, we got to run our daughter to dance, I got to do all this, and we're stressed, and all of a sudden a bit of information comes in, and we just understand a little bit of it, and we go, it must be that.
Right.
And then you're like, no, it's wonderful.
Right.
Unless
of course, you're singing.
Yes. There's a lot to focus on.
Through text. All right, through text. Imagine Jesse, though, when he got by really? Is this what Chuck is doing?
I'm going to just switch to me, and you'll see when you watch the stream, it looks like I am coming from a remote area, because I'm using Google+. It's very interesting. You'll see. I find it interesting.
You look remote?
Stop looking at me.
Well, no, I didn't realize that we were testing you from Alaska this week. That's good.
Yeah, I'm coming from you live from Alaska. We need to work on the green screen.
We do need to work on the green screen. I'm looking forward to having Tommy from Kansas City. Hey, Tommy from Kansas City. We'll let you more in on that one.
I'm off.
So, yeah, it was kind of an interesting... I think this week has been a bit of an eye-opener. One of the other things we thought about is, the whole concept, when we were having some conversations about, when I say not every perspective is valid, I think that sounds harsh, and that's one of the things I have to work on is not sounding so harsh. I mean, that's your whole point of saying, you're intimidating. Sorry, you're wrong. What am I going to do about that? But I don't know what to think about the whole idea that there are 360 degrees and an infinite number of points in any direction, but. I don't know. I can't say it's an invalid point, but I guess how would we label those perspectives that are really only seeing the bad? or the problem.
Well, I don't know that there's necessarily always seeing only the bad. I think that there's there's definitely the times where maybe they're only seeing all the bad. Absolutely. I mean, we've experienced it that this week, probably, and a few more times than we wish we had. But and not from internally either, which is
right.
Good. But I think that there are also times of like misguided perception. So maybe
misguided perceptions. I like that.
So it's more of one of those things where you're thinking like, okay, I think he's thinking this way, and yet it's like, okay, well, yeah, you could consider it that way, but it's actually this way.
That's actually great when you say like thinking this way, thinking that way, and the term that comes to mind is like-mindedness. I'm actually reading the John Maxwell book, and when any kind of leadership situation and in a group, you've got to get like-mindedship and like-mindedship. I'm making up words. We good with that? Will you put that in dictionary.com?
I'll put that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look up something too. Urban Dictionary, right?
We're good. Julio
That's
talk
what we
about
we
that.
got tagged
We're
for
good.
that.
Are we going to be able to like just bring you up unofficially? Just have you come talk?
Oh, no.
No?
I just came I was just fascinated about it.
All right. So, and this is it, by the way. We just stop and talk with people who are here. Change it. So, what's your perception so far?
I think it's so cool. I'm just so camera shy. Like, I'm always amazed at people that just get up and talk like that.
And just
I've seen you on your interviews, by the way.
Julio has no fear.
yeah, just so you know, we actually have a bunch of cameras pointing back.
Yeah. That's why we can see the screens going back.
This is what we mean by Thursday Night Social, though, right? It's like we actually get together, we talk about things that are important, and as we say, Thursday Night Social is serious business and good fun. For those of you who don't know about the Udicci, it is a very serious business, but we do have a good time. I don't want to lose track of this conversation, though, because I think you said something misguided, and I know that we've got that statement, and we were kind of playing back and forth today, and again, it's vision excites, clarity comforts, and the difference is the number. The difference is the number of defined points.
Right.
And then we started earlier today. We were saying, what did we come up with?
I said
Hope guides.
Hope. I like hope guides because obviously, for those who don't know, our tagline "Credito Spes" actually means committed to hope, and that's exactly because the goals we're trying to do. We want to be committed to hope. So we were trying to figure out what is hope, right, and how that goes. And I think we came up with hope guides, but
I missed the end of the conversation. I was.
But I think it was more perseverance guides, right? I think hope
through perseverance.
Right. I think we came up with the idea that hope provides belief to the vision, and perseverance guides its steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Something like that.
Yeah.
Right. And we'll have to get it kind of right here shortly. But if you think about that, like his perseverance, and one of the things we talk about, that perseverance is meant to develop your character.
Right.
Right. And I was having a conversation this week about like when you push something down, you compress something, right? It gets refined and it gets very much so like olives. You got to press them to get the oil out, and how does it become all it can be? And so like that perseverance is meant to reveal kind of truths, if you will,
Right.
instead of all those times that you want to quit,
Right.
times that you might be offended or whatever. So I like what you're saying, though, misguided perspectives, but that's not...
It's not exactly it, but it's... I only look at misguided perceptions just because of, or perspectives because of the fact that, obviously, I see the technology coming together one way in my head, you see it coming together another way in your head, and it's, we're basically speaking similarly, but we're not quite on the same exact track. We're headed in the same direction. We're
That's
just
the
not
vision and clarity.
seeing-
That's the whole visual aspect of things.
But it's the perspective that you're seeing it from and the perspective I'm seeing it from is not necessarily exactly the same.
Right.
So the end result may end up getting there, but the way I'm coming
But
at
it takes it longer.
You're right.
It actually, and that's a good, I guess, a big thing. Is like that whole clarity comforts and vision excites. But like, if we could see it as we want it to be, the end result, then we'd both get to that result at the same time.
Right.
But instead, we're like, you do your work over here, then it's like, oh, let's fix it, and then let's come back,
Right.
So we're actually spending a lot more time kind of inefficiently, if you will. Or sharing.
Like spending an hour and a half today trying to fix Udicci.TV so we could actually get it up there.
Something like that.
Something
That's
like
kind
that,
of a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. And again, this is my thing. Like when you guys talk about like you need to be more approachable, and I do. When I see a perspective that I think is just really misguided, I just feel the need to be like, wait a second, where are you getting that from? Yeah. Hashtag pose. Selfie. Oh, wait, let's do that. Hey, it's a selfie moment. Oh, you don't have to. Go get your phone. Go get your phone. All right. Oh, yeah, we're stealing it. We're stealing it. Oh, wait. Jerry Gallipo, stop talking about me.
Let's see.
What's that?
I got to take a picture of the audience from here.
There we go. Take a picture of the audience.
Look at that. Yep.
So this is, for those of you who don't know, and I think everybody should, hey, yo, we're here, we're over there. This is like social media on social media on social media. I just don't get it. It's we're there. But it's funny, Jerry came down. For those of you who don't know, we're actually downstairs at Blue Bar and Grill in Gates. We're at the West Side. That's kind of the new thing. It's we hashtag West Side, right? And yeah, we're going to steal. We are totally deflating Tag.
Tag who?
It was funny because Jerry and I were talking today about when people, about this exact thing, right? This exact thing, how you say something and people take it one way.
Right.
So it was funny. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook today. And it says, treasure the love you receive above all. It will survive long after gold and good health have vanished. And that was and then I went on to explain a little bit more, but that was from Og Mandino, who's one of my favorite authors. And Jerry just posted, he's like, oh, you stop talking about me. Hold on, so let's just have a little fun. Jerry.
Come down and talk to us about it.
We are talking
about you.
About you, live on YouTube.
Come down.
Come down.
Come down and see us. Right here. You can stand. Here.
Join the show. Now, yeah,
barbecue is good here.
Barbecue is great here. It's 7:30. Yeah, it's 7:30. Yeah, I know, honey. Are we? Is anybody check? Are we
actually live?
What do you mean? Yeah, we are live.
She's not seeing it?
Yeah. Wait.
Hold on. We might have technical difficulties. They ain't that a pain.
It's streaming.
All right.
It's streaming. Okay.
Tell her to refresh.
Refresh. Oh wait, she can't hear me. She can't hear me through here. So a little bit. There we go. There he is. Good. All right.
Talking about you.
You're talking about you out there. Why don't you join the show? We're going to do a social join by Jerry here. Come on over. You'll appreciate. All right. So we just got through doing our appreciate segment.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi. Oh, hi, everybody.
Hi, Jerry. You got to get an orange cup.
I've had a blue cup.
You got to. Wait. We got to get a blue cup.
That's fine.
All right. So just because you've not been on the show yet.
Not yet. No.
So
like this.
when you sit in that
I just own the place.
You just own the place, right?
Come and check this out.
When you get like, what's that?
I have a little. Look at this.
All right. So when you're sitting there, you can kind of plan on that camera or that camera.
Okay.
And if
We're
you
all on
talk,
camera
it's
now.
Mike's job to try to get like who's talking.
Who's talking.
So 9 times out of 10 he'll be on that camera. Right.
Just like I watched last week.
Right.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Oh, hey, we all turned around. We didn't introduce the new Udicci Stone.
Yeah. You got to do that.
Buddha rock.
Udicci Stone. I don't know. Whatever the Udicci Stone was.
Zoom in on
It's a
that.
Buddha block.
No, we're good with you. The Udicci Stone was just we had to improve our set design, so we got a stone. So yeah, we were just actually having some conversation about like the whole idea of finding value. Oh, selfie. Oh, we're happy to hear.
There we go.
So yeah, we post that online, have a little fun. So this is all Thursday Night Social is all about, just coming down, having fun, jumping on, having conversations. But yeah, so we were talking about the whole idea of looking for the good instead of assuming the bad. I don't know if you were listening upstairs.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And I just comment on Facebook pages that we, past conversations. That's all.
Right. So that I just yeah.
So you're listening. But
You're listening.
I'm listening.
You're
mentally,
delayed listening.
mentally through telepathy. I listen, and it just
So one of the things we were talking about, and it's the idea that everybody has their own perceptions. Everybody, like, we can take this and there's infinite number of ways of looking at it, and we can all have our own opinions, and it's all based on our prior experience, and we take a life of whatever, good, bad, or otherwise, and we apply it to what we're looking at. And I don't want to say that there's invalid perspectives, but there's definitely better perspectives, if you will, right? Like ones that would be better for life or something.
It's based on personal experience. It's how you view those circumstances and how I perceive them. I may perceive them differently than you do.
Right.
Yep. And
So, but now let's say, look, like if we could be looking at this, and from Tim's perspective, this thing's wonderful. From your perspective,
it's very
the
orange.
worst thing. It's the worst thing in the world. And for Tim, like in this could end up being the thing that makes his whole life good, and could have made your life good if you could see his perspective, because there was good to it.
But it also could be the thing that makes my life miserable. And the worst thing that's ever been done in my life to me.
Because it reminds you of something.
And it's all perception.
Sure.
It's how you perceive things. It's how people interpret things, and how you interpret things that are said to you, and how what the actions and are the reactions, and how you look at me when you approach me during the day, and I go, oh, this guy's really pissed at me. But then again, no, you're really pissed at your dog or your kid or whatever.
Yep. Other situations.
Yeah, situations, and that's how.
So now that's that's exactly like if the assumption is negative, but the reality is his dog died. Right?
Well, not to laugh about that.
And you're sitting here going like, what an asshole! What an asshole! His dog died, right? Right. But I think that's our greater thing. Is like if we hold on to our own past, and if we hold on to our own perceptions, we miss a world around us.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
That was the least Jerry has ever said.
No, but it's. I'll be quiet over there. No, it is. That's it. I don't know what else to say to that.
No,
You stumped me.
I stumped you. That's my job. I guess to stump you. No, but what we were really looking at is a way of, and we were talking about it earlier, like, I need to be more approachable, and I need to be able to talk. And like, if I hear something, like if you're sitting here going, man, he was really bad, but I know that his dog died, and I'd rather you be able to be compassionate with him, or let's go the other way, like he has a perspective that has great value, but you can't see it because you think he's a jerk. How do we talk with one another in a way that says, okay, take down the guard and just listen? And allow others to influence the way you think.
If only as humans we could go, before I meet you, I go, hi, Tim. And how was your day? Oh, your dog died. Oh,
good for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And instead of going, you have to exhale and breathe.
So we need to take one to exhale.
Take one to exhale.
Take one to exhale.
Take one to exhale.
I like that.
Take one to exhale. And that's actually, it's funny, because actually I was thinking after aspiration that we should have done exhale. So next week's show, exhale.
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 But it's we react on connection. And we see something and it's boom, it's react. It's proactive. It's just what we do as humans. Oh my God, he looks that way, or she's looking. Oh, she said that. Oh my God, why did she say that?
Right.
And is that towards me? No, it's not. Oh, we put that thing on Facebook. Oh shit, that's what we talked about this morning. Oh, that's all about me. That's all about me. I'll be quiet.
What's really funny, actually, we were talking about this. It's like he says, you made this post. It's all about not right. He's like, it's all about me.
Quit talking about
so
me.
I pulled up the lyric for those of you who are tuning in the very beginning when I turned in the lyric. He says, this one's all about me, and I said, well, which one? I said the residency. You'd have to go to my Facebook page and figure it out. But that's just between Jerry and I. So, anyways.
I'm sorry, this is bothering me, man.
What?
You gotta fix your collars.
Makeup, makeup, wardrobe. Alrighty, so I guess we're just about
You got
ready
a new job, Tag.
We'll get the suits on that.
You know what? Right now, I want to know where Tess is.
Yeah, where are you, Tess?
Where are you, Tess?
Who's
Tess?
Tess?
Tess is. She was here Tuesday. She's supposed to be here with a few other women
Is this the
tonight.
smooching frog test?
No. Where's Veronica? Next.
Next week.
She's sick.
Everybody's in.
All right, so next week you're getting
Funny
full
that
hour.
you're sick as well.
The full 360.
Now we're going to do the ventriloquist act next. You and I are going to sit behind these two guys, and we're going to stick
Wait.
our arm up their back.
What's talking?
And we're going to move our lips, and they're going to talk.
So I was just about ready. I want yellow. I want no test. Love voice when it talks. All right. So actually, we're going to go ahead and get these guys on. But let's. So a couple things there. I know. Wait. We're going to talk a little bit about sound and scene. Look at this. I'm already messed up. You know what? I don't even know where I am anymore. Can you guys here we go. Come on, Mike. I'm good. Mike. Okay. This is what I have to put up with. Incompetence. I'm going to.
He's trying to produce the show from the stage.
By the way, the
okay.
incompetence is me.
Camera 2, please.
Look what I
Camera
do.
2. Camera 2.
Camera 6.
Jeez. Look what I do.
I've heard nothing
But
unappreciation.
Mike.
For the dressing how he dressed you.
Thank you, Julio.
It's always appreciation.
In this show, we take everybody for granted.
I love that. That is exactly right. We take everybody for granted. So sound and scene, for those of you who've been tuning in for a little bit, that's really just our new segment, or it's a new category, a new channel. We got to figure out what we name things. We don't know what I mean. But basically, it's just about the stuff, the arts, the sound, and the music scene in and around Rochester. Of course, it was probably the inspiration was because of the David Michael Miller thing. How'd you like that?
What?
Tuesday.
Loved it.
That was phenomenal.
Absolutely loved it.
That was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Guys
loved
are
it.
phenomenal.
And for all you that are missing it, you have to come down to the CD release.
Yeah,
It is
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
It is.
I think Derek nailed it. He's going straight to the top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
Without a
think
doubt.
so.
Yep. I had everybody asking me about them, and I said, here's a quote. These guys, the Campbell Brothers, you're down here for. I says, but David, who's down here singing, and this is about him, they're complimenting him as good as they are. And I says, and that is the biggest compliment you could ever get from anybody.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is
huge.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I don't know how many people just it's incredible music. You should get down here. Armory, my favorite band, Blue October, is going to be there. They're going to be, it's May 21st, which means I won't be on May 21st.
in the script.
Oh wait, go back. Wait, skip. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Blue October, and from what I understand, in honor of Blue, they're going to drop the E. So I can't. I get so excited about Blue October. What's that? Yeah, okay. The Blue October at Armory, May 21st. For those of you not familiar with Blue October, they're very much a. I don't know, how would you describe Blue?
I don't know, rock. It's
like
different. It's like a new style rock. I guess it's like a new age.
Personal, like
it's very personal. It's extraordinarily intimate rock.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, just the lyrics that he comes out with, and it literally is, but phenomenal musicians. Probably to me one of the best live bands that I've ever seen. Like just in that intimate environment.
Except for David, but that's fine.
No, and I'll be curious to see how they are at the Armory because I've always seen them in a smaller environment. So this would be kind of fun. They're not doing Somebody, which I'm still waiting for. But one day we're going to actually, mark my words, it's going to be the Eminem Blue October Kid Rock concert, something like that. We decided a long time ago.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to happen.
we talked about that 3 years ago.
Jerry sits here and is like, "Well, that sounds fun." You watch 3 years from now, Jerry's gonna be sitting here going like, "I thought you were full of crap." Yeah, about 4 years ago, people said the same thing. All right, so are you ready to queue up? Jerry Felzone, a local singer-songwriter, is doing a CD release party down at the South Wedge. It's the South Wedge Mission. I guess I've never heard of it. It's 125 Caroline Street. That should be kind of interesting. We'll actually be streaming that night, so that'll be kind of fun. It's at an old church. Any idea? Southwedge Mission. I've never heard of it.
No,
But
not really.
Sounds
Church
interesting.
can be
Sounds really it sounds really interesting. We may have another
Save the churches.
it's
The structures, architectural structures are beautiful, phenomenal.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one concern that he actually did have was that that they don't know that there's more than one circuit coming into play. So we're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna figure this out. So are you ready?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and cue up some Jerry Falzone here, a couple seconds so you can hear him. The album is called Liar's Moon. CD release party May 2nd, 7 p.m. down at the Southwedge Mission. And Mike, take it away for a second.
And I'm gonna go back because why am I not hitting it?
All right, Mike's now talking.
Mike's not
Cool.
here.
Not
I'll let it play because it's all text and you won't hear the song, but it's showing who's going to be there. It's 3 Stories Tall as a band that's going to be there. Obviously, it's his CD release, Liar's Moon, at Southwedge Mission.
All right, so
That's
right now
May
sound,
2nd at 7 o'clock.
the sound is going out through the stream, I'm assuming, so
Maybe.
we'll have to work on getting the sound in here. That's fine. We'll just let that play for a second. We can just talk in the background. We'll go from there. Oh, there we go. I mean, we're mixing also. We're mixing one server to another, streaming live through the internet, playing it locally. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot. Another one that's coming up here, fill that one? All right, so another one coming up is Amanda Ashley, and we do want to definitely give a shout out to Amanda because she's going to be a big part of our shows coming up here. Actually, Afternoon Cocktail, the first, I'll call it the pilot episode, is next Wednesday, and so then her music here.
This is her song, Let Me Out, on her new album, Metamorphosis. Let Me Out.
Are you looking for your husband?
Oh, you're getting the finger. Excuse me. Oh, very cool. Amanda's a very talented woman. Her CD release party is at 1. 1, the nightclub. What is that? Ryan. Everybody knows where 1 is in Rochester.
May 4th.
May 4th. The album's called Metamorphosis. 3 Head Brewing's going to be doing a beer tasting there. We won't be streaming that, but we'll definitely be hanging out there anyways. Definitely check her out. And again, you'll see her about Afternoon Cocktail. That's going to be a great show, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later. Right about now is about the time that I would actually be introducing the reason everybody tunes in, which is 180 degrees. But as soon as I go to do this, each and every week, they disappear. Tag and Julio. Julio and Tag. It's your time every week. 8 o'clock. What is up with this? Every time.
He's got to get his chair.
All right. So actually, while we go to that, we're going to go ahead and Mike's over there texting. Every time something very important is going on, Mike's texting. But that's okay. If you can go ahead and pull up, we're going to do a quick thing here. Just let me know which blue. All right, so actually, the show is every Thursday. We're down here, Blue Bar and Grill. You want to check out Thursdays. It's blues, bikes, barbecues, babes, I don't know. It's BBB. It's all barbecue. And if you haven't had the barbecue, is it still up there? Keep it up there while I'm talking because I'm making this up as we go. This is great. Every Thursday throughout the summer, music, drink specials. Blue Bar and Grill on the west side. Right? We're not talking those other blues. We're talking blue on the west side. The only place you really want to be on Thursday night because it's cool to be here. All right, and you got Lexington ready? We'll do a quick little That piece? Yeah, we're doing our commercials now. We're getting these in here. All of this is really made possible by Lexington Federal Credit Union and in promotion of our Take One campaign. For those of you who have not heard about it, please make sure that you're checking out the Take One campaign. Lexington has set a goal. They've been serving Rochester since 1959, and about 3 years ago we set out on a new course. And that was to actually make a difference right here in our hometown as well as around the world. In that 3 years, we've been able to actually open another branch, which is something that they had never done. And we're currently working on a product to help an orphanage down in Kenya. We're not asking for anybody's money. In fact, we're trying to get people out of debt. So please go ahead and check out that Take One and make sure you're helping out the sponsors that are out making all of this possible. And without further ado, because they're actually ready this time, the reason everybody tunes in, Tag, Julio, not necessarily in that order. All right, we're getting these out of here. All righty. And Tag's going to just kind of hang out there. All right.
Yeah, Tag's gonna just hang out. Don't worry about it. Just get just put the picture of him up. Don't you have a picture of him or something? Just put a picture of him.
I didn't. I can find it pretty quick.
Roll out the red carpet and come here.
All right.
That would be nice.
With that
This is 1994 Tag.
What the hell is up with this rug?
1994 Tag. This is a Persian rug.
What the hell
This
is
is a Persian rug.
That's
Don't make fun of the
You guys are
rug.
looking to make me
That's
fall
Tag
on
20 years ago.
TV.
That's the whole
your
point.
I won't
Tag
come back. I think
that's
20
the
years
whole
ago.
I'll start my own show. Hold on.
Look at that hair.
Where is it? I can't. Oh, you got it over there?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
It's on the stream.
It's on stream? All right. You got your mug shot up.
You got my mug shot up? Mother.
That's your picture. That's your shot. But want to welcome you back to another episode of 180 Degrees, which is soon
Real Talk.
going to change to Real Talk 360. So we set it now on the air, so you cannot use it. So if you're planning on stealing it, you can't steal it.
Hashtag copyright.
Hashtag trademark and all that good stuff. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming back. Hope you had a good week. I think we had a pretty good week, right? How was your week? You have a good week? You want to put the phone down for a
Let me
second?
think about it.
You want to think about it?
I had my back was killing me for 3 days. I just bought you your gift, and
Okay.
I'm here. It was a short week.
Wow, short week.
Yeah.
Short week. We'll talk about the gift.
We'll talk about the
yeah,
gift.
we'll
We
talk
should have
about-
brought it in.
That would have been nice. Put it right there.
We should have brought it in.
But no, sorry. It's too late now. We're on the air.
We can't smoke cigars in here. So.
No, you probably can, but no. There's got to be a law against that. I think.
What the hell is that? A freaking dinosaur egg? Every week we got something new, and I don't understand this.
Were we supposed to rub this? For good luck?
Oh baby, keep rubbing it. Keep rubbing it.
I like that.
I
Wow.
gotta deal with this.
We're getting fancy budgets around here. We're getting all kind of money.
I want to know when we're gonna update to a real table, and I can take this one home as my domino table.
I need a domino table for this weekend, so
I got
that'll work out. Oh, you got a domino table?
Well, I got
That's the
I got
housewarming party?
Right.
Is everybody
Yeah.
invited?
housewarming party. Bought a house. When did you buy your house?
It's been a couple months now.
A couple months. Months.
About 2 months.
About 2 months.
Figure it takes a little bit of time to get it situated, so we finally got it situated now.
So I couldn't wait. I'm the type of
party.
person, if I buy someone a gift, I can't wait. Not even 2 freaking days. I just drove all the way out from Fairport, and I bought my boy his housewarming gift, which is on Craigslist. It looked small. It looked like it was this big. Freaking thing was this big. You could hold about 200 to 300 cigars in there,
Nice.
and
So
it's
now-
got 2 little the humidor things in there. I mean, it's real nice.
So you heard him. He's gonna buy me 200 to 300 cigars.
Yeah, okay. Someone's
Put in the
smoking,
humidor.
and you ain't smoking right then.
I guess I ain't smoking right. I might be eating cookies. I don't know. But
The only thing I'm gonna show up at the party with is
a battery?
my cigar
Oh,
cutter.
a cigar cutter.
My cigar cutter.
I might have to get some cigars.
That's it. Get
But,
some cigars.
yeah, I might have to get
I mean, how you gonna show off a freaking big ass humidor with no cigars in it? At
cigars?
least put some blunts in there or something.
I'm gonna be like, look what he got me.
It's gonna be like, it looks nice. It's empty.
Looks nice. It's empty.
Oh,
No
nice it
cigars.
is. Ooh, take a
It's
picture next to an
beautiful.
empty humidor.
It's beautiful. But yeah, good looking out. I'm gonna look forward to that. Oh, the beer's blocking. Oh, you're trying to advertise? Gotta advertise.
Are you
man.
serious? Did you just come on camera and do this? You know what? Do not fuck with our show.
I thought it was Corona, man.
No, it's not.
No, this week we have
Are
a
you
different
Canadian?
sponsor. It's these people.
Courtesy
All
of
those
Blue
people, the
Bar
bats?
Grill. blue light.
I don't want to say the name because then we might get in trouble. So
No, it's a I don't know what it is.
it's a freaking
It's a
picture.
beer. It's a picture of beer.
We're advertising
Non-alcoholic
the
beer. Non-alcoholic.
It's funny
beer,
because it
of
says Labaz, but there's something else in there.
But yeah, so last week we had Veronica from Smooching Frogs. How do you think that worked
She'll be
out?
back. That was awesome. It was cool. She'll be
pretty
back
cool.
next week.
It was a little. We went a little bit off target. Came back.
But I said I was a strong 6. She said I was a 8.
Yeah, I think she did.
She called me an 8.
But then she also said,
whatever, whatever. But I'll take the 8. I'll take the 8
it was very
anytime.
dope, boy. Well, no, it was a good time. It was a real good time. I think she'll be some much needed added flavor to the show, a woman's perspective, which is always more than welcomed. So it should be cool. What are you doing here? You setting up something for
Who the hell text me?
I don't know.
Oh, who the hell is this? Never mind.
Oh yeah, not cool. So we're gonna get to the part of the show where we call out mindless stuff that people are doing on Facebook.
You know, I don't even feel like doing this because someone else, freaking Opie and Dopey over there, did our
That's
damn,
right, but it's not gonna be
took
as
our damn
official as
idea.
ours. So what do we have people doing? What mindless stuff are people doing on Facebook right now?
Just because you're so cool, Julio.
Ivan Ramos is a day at the mall in Kenya. I don't think he's literally in Kenya, but
Who?
Ivan Ramos
In Kenya?
is Kenya.
Can't go to
Oh,
freaking...
look at Tito's baby. Daisy Algarin posted, little granddaughter. Look how cute.
You got to
I don't
show
have to
that.
show that. I don't have to show people. Yeah, look how beautiful this is. It almost makes me want to have a kid.
Ooh, not.
How beautiful. God bless Tito, his lovely wife, and they're actually having another child.
Really?
So it's going to be interesting.
Okay, never mind.
That's going to be interesting. Melissa Vega. What y'all know about Miley Cyrus' Wrecking Ball set
That's
to
my
bachata?
sister. That's my
yes,
sister.
your sister
She's in
is
Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico, showing off, quite literally.
Look at Rosemary.
yeah,
Put her business card up.
Put that picture up.
Rosemary, like really? It's
Put that
time.
picture up.
It's time for a new picture, girl.
No, that's old.
Well, hold it still.
That's old.
Hold it still. There it is.
That's old.
I know it's all. I'm just saying it's time for a new picture. You look like my mom in this picture.
No, but she said that's like 8 years old or something.
Yo, this freaking rug. Really? Let's switch spots. Who the hell rolled this rug out? This whole thing looks this freaking
Oh, yo, check this out.
Who the
Check this
I
out.
drink, you guys get drunk?
Yeah, this is crazy. It says it's a Will Ferrell meme or whatever you want to call him.
Wow.
Black people started wearing their pants low. White people started calling it sagging. Spell sagging backwards. Those sneaky white people. Tim, you guys are onto something.
Oh.
That's not cool. We're gonna have to check you on that later.
Oh.
Not feeling that.
That was deep. That was deep.
Willie Monroe Jr. likes Lincoln Motor Company. Cool.
Oh, shout out hashtag to Jessica Rodriguez. She just won a basket for famous footwear donated to their cause last month. I think it was juvenile diabetes and Walla Basket for Me. Walla Basket for Me. She just won this thing.
Nice coffee. Yeah, coffee's never bad. There's no Butelo in there though.
No Butelo.
Is she
You didn't win.
Latina?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no
Jessica Rodriguez, really?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hashtag, you don't know names.
Hashtag, then I'm not Puerto Rican. My last name is Jordan.
My sister doesn't like. She got mad at me the last time I put a picture up on her. Let's put this picture up right there. That's my sister in Puerto Rico. Thinking she's freaking Boy George or some shit.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
She didn't talk to me for a while for the last time.
Yeah, well, hopefully she's not watching. She's enjoying her vacation.
Oh,
right
this
now,
one looks
so
horrible. Sis,
that
take
should
it
be
off. Take it off, sis. Okay, I'm not going to mess with my sister because she takes it personal. She won't
Yeah, you
talk
should
to me
leave
for
her
a while.
alone. Definitely leave her alone. What hashtag? What are we going to hashtag this week?
I don't want to talk about this past weekend. Hashtag
Boxino boxing tournament. Hashtag
shout out to Willie
Jr.
Monroe. Hashtag that I took a picture with the guy that got knocked out on ESPN.
Yeah. Yo, why he got a picture? Okay, hold on, can we see that picture?
I do have that picture.
Yo, why my man got a picture with the dude that got knocked out right
I was
before
out in the
Willie Monroe
area.
fight?
I had troubles concentrating, so I walked out.
He needed some air. He needed some air.
I needed some air. So I walk out and I'm like, dude, you look familiar. Were you just fighting tonight? I didn't want to tell him he got knocked out. I mean, the dude walked out like looking like this.
Yo, but the funniest thing about it is the next day we're watching ESPN in the hotel room, and ESPN does the top 10 highlights, and number 3 was him
Number
getting
3
knocked out.
knockout on all ESPN.
Him getting knocked
First
out.
round. I mean, we just walked in,
literally-
and I'm looking at the ring, and I still missed a freaking knockout.
Yeah, and then my boy Fabian and Johnny, You see them on ESPN.
You see Fabian going like, whoa!
He's like, whoa! So that was a pretty cool time.
Hashtag my boys. We all came out on ESPN. Hashtag for that.
Hashtag ESPN. Hashtag the Boxino tournament. Hashtag Teddy Atlas having to eat his words.
Refill.
Hashtag Teddy Atlas needing to eat his words. My man at the beginning of the tournament said a superstar is going to rise up from this tournament, right? But then he said it's not going to be Willie Monroe Jr. He said it live. He's like, Willie Monroe, he's like, he's good, but his one fight that he lost, he fought against somebody that was a nobody, and he was like, Willie Monroe's good, but he's not going to be able to get far in this tournament. And then the same Teddy Atlas...
By the way, real quick, not to cut you off, the next one is the finals?
Yeah, next one's the finals, the whole shebang.
So it's just 2 fighters left?
It's, two fighters in the
Willie's in there.
Light middleweight, and in the light, I think light middleweight and middleweight. So Willie's in the light middleweight.
Just win.
So he's got it. The dude that he's fighting, we didn't get to see that fight, but he fought the same night.
Okay.
His name is Brandon Adams, I believe.
What took us so long to get there?
Adams. I don't know. We were at the hotel drinking.
Okay, we'll go with that story.
That's what it was.
We'll go with that story.
Yeah, drinking. A little bit of drinking. Hashtag don't drive drunk. Hashtag, that was my public service announcement right there. I'm good. But no, it was definitely a great...
Don't look at me.
Great night of boxing. Looking forward to May 23rd. We got our tickets. We'll be front row again.
And we also going to the what?
Oh yeah, the little
the Miguel Cotto fight.
Yeah,
he
should be alright. I hope he. I hope he does alright, man. I'm
hashtag to traveling.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta travel. But
not like you. You Mr. freaking Robin Leach over here.
No, I wish. Hashtag I wish.
Hashtag don't freaking lie on TV.
I'm not lying. I can't lie on TV.
You know what? Pass the hashtag.
Well, we got opinions from the team. I have put this up. I think we started talking about it a few weeks ago. Grammar on social media.
Grammar.
Grammar. You know, just like if I'm going to say you're my friend, or you're going over here, or you are going over here, and the way people spell stuff. What do you think about that? Or you're one of the ones that probably commit these.
No. Here's my thing. They're already taking cursive out of schools. Mm-hmm. By the time you think about it, when you ask someone to sign a paper, they're going to be looking for a keyboard.
Yeah, or they're going to text it.
Well, when you bought your house, when you signed for it, we were at Ray Ray's, and you're like, hold on, let me sign for my house. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
and you did that shit through like a PDF thing or something. Yeah. I'm like, hold on, I just bought my house. I'm like...
Just an issue here, an issue there, an issue there. But it's gotten to that point. But the part that kills me, and I don't knock anybody. You know, I'm a product of public education, South Bronx public education, went to some of the worst schools. But when you don't know how to use certain words in a sentence, what's Chuck doing over there?
What's he doing looking uninterested? But this is the show over here. You better stand right here and watch us. You're looking very bored and uninterested, man. We just put ratings up. What are you doing?
Look, when you guys hit the social media with the friends who are standing with Sanjay Gupta, then I'll pay attention.
Where are you? You're not even in there.
Who's that?
Huh? Sanjay Gupta?
But you're not even in there. I could have took that off the internet myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Do you know him? You know us.
Well,
you don't know Sanjay Gupta.
We're on right now.
I know the woman standing with him.
Well, who's the woman? Let me see.
What? Well, that's
Oh yeah, no. She keeps calling me, and I keep ignoring the call.
Right. No, I think it. But yeah, I mean, because to me, I'm like, we should get you guys on with Sanjay.
Oh yeah, let me just hold on. Let me call him real quick.
No, I agree. But there was a posting the other day that I was looking at that kind of hit it on the head. This one right here, where it kind of breaks down. You are, it belongs to you. There, they are. There, it belongs to them. They're a place. How many times do you see this? And it just kills me because you have people that try to be real articulate or people that try to be real philosophical, but then they misspell almost every other word.
I get mad at my kids because they keep saying a couple words. I'm like, that's not a freaking word. That's not a word. What is that word? I keep forgetting. But I'm like, that's not a word.
What word is that?
I forget, man. But it's like, that's not a word. Yeah, it's a word. It's like a slang word, but it's like, it's just a regular word, like we are, or whatever the heck it is. But it's not a word. It's like, but it's something that they hear their friends say, and they're never corrected by their parents. And when my kids say, I'm like, that's not a word. Say it properly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't think about it.
But the whole point is, people, please.
I don't think I drink.
Please spell check. Get better phones that'll spell check for you. It's not a good look if you are a 32-year-old professional.
Can you imagine these kids in school now, instead of writing words, they'll be like, SMH, shaking my head,
Oh yeah,
Instead
LOL.
of LOL, like on a freaking essay.
IDK.
On an essay.
Yeah, that's
I don't know the IDK answer.
That's not cool. That's not cool. So we're gonna have to work on that. We're gonna hopefully bring you some insight. We'll have a whole segment on that maybe in the future. How's that sound?
I feel like bringing some kids in and be like,
Oh, we could do that.
How do you spell this?
Yeah, we could do that. We already talked about Willie Monroe, I think, more
yeah.
than enough. But the next fight is May 23rd. The best thing to talk about Willie Monroe right now is that he's going to be a guest on our show next Thursday. So
We're not
make
talking
sure you
about.
tune out.
We're not talking about this past
Tune in.
weekend, though, right?
No, we're not talking about this past
Yeah,
weekend.
we're not gonna talk
No,
about this past
no.
I had
weekend.
so many
This past
comments
week.
I was trying to make.
No, it never happened.
No.
This past
No,
weekend
I saw
never
it.
happened.
Let me blow my nose.
What-
No, you didn't see no pictures.
What?
How about blow my nose on TV?
I'm like, I
This is the freaking 5th week in a row you keep leaving me on screen by myself.
Wait.
You can't be doing this.
Every time I leave for beer, I want to
Alright.
blow my nose. I
But you
wanna
can't
blow my
walk.
nose
So
right there.
what? Do it.
but you know what got me though this weekend? Like 3 weeks ago.
Hold on.
And
You know
we
what's
haven't-
getting me this weekend?
What?
You're freaking here. It's
You
like,
it?
what is this?
It's, what's that? Yeah, the
You're looking like
Look.
Prince is adopted star
all
child.
I know is that like 3 weeks ago, he's sitting here like, "Why don't you guys ever let me go with you to fights? Let me go with you to fight."
And you know what?
I can't believe
You know what, though?
We have it on film. We have it on film.
Not only
And
that-
then all of a sudden on Facebook,
Not only did I go
now
to
know
fight,
why.
he went in
Now
my
I
car,
know
and
why
I
it's
was
over.
I was the one
You would have what?
I saw the Facebook.
I can't even say anything.
We only posted the pictures that we wanted.
Listen, there
people
was
to see.
no stories.
It was.
There was pictures.
We'll talk about it off camera.
No, we'll talk about it off
We'll
camera.
talk about it off camera.
It's not. It never happened.
It was a very interesting night. Let's just say that.
and a
let's
night
say
that I hope never happens again.
But we got to watch Willie. We got to see some great boxers. Brandon Hall, also from Rochester, right? No, wait, he's from Rochester.
Marcus
Hall.
Hall.
Not Brandon Hall.
He was
sorry.
one of my students.
Marcus Hall from Rochester.
I got pictures with him. I showed
he,
you, right?
He did his thing. I seen the guy that you got a picture with that got knocked out.
He got knocked the
He
fuck
got
out.
knocked out. He was done. So, May 23rd. But before that, next Thursday, we'll have Willie here. He'll be talking before
will
he
be
goes to training camp down in Florida. So it's going to be a good look. What about Miguel Pineda yesterday?
Dude, you
I gotta find that
were
picture.
already insinuated that you were cheating the first, like not even a month ago.
I gotta find that
and
picture.
then I love how the ref, the umpire walked up and he made like he was gonna get arrested. He was like, "Put your hands up." He was checking, and then he turned around. and was like, "Hold on."
Yeah, what's
Oh
that?
yeah, you're out of here, dude. I mean, it was blatantly looked like, you know what it looked like? It looked like he went inside his back pants and pulled out shit and slapped it on his neck.
It looked like a
And it
hickey.
looked really slimy.
It looked like a hickey.
It looked slimy.
They called it a pine tar hickey. Damn, I'm not going to be able to find the
He's,
picture.
he's going to get suspended.
No,
He did 10 days.
No, 10 games.
10 games.
10 games.
10 games.
10 games he got suspended. The thing is
Who was the last time someone even did that? It must have been.
no, they do
He
it.
did it.
Yeah, he did it yesterday.
Well, he did it like 3 weeks ago.
He did it before.
Oh, he did it, but he did it. He had it like on the bottom of his glove.
Yeah, he did it
or
like
something
somewhere
like
down
that,
here
right?
in his palm.
And
or
I
something.
guess they use it. They use it all the time, but don't get caught using it. Like when I texted you yesterday, my man got it across his neck. No, I wasn't using it. What are you talking about? Dude, it's right there. Like, look, it's kind of like what this reminds me of. It's kind of like you come home. Oh, honey, how was your night out? Oh, I was chilling. I was just at the
I
club.
wasn't doing nothing. I
wasn't
didn't have
doing
sex with her.
nothing.
But what's that used condom in
What's
your
that
pocket?
or what's that big old hickey on your neck? Where's that from?
Oh, no, you didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you got caught. You're suspended.
You got caught.
You're suspended.
I
10
love the
games.
way he was like, he touched it. He was like, you're out of here.
Yeah,
You're out of
he's
here.
gone. But moron, and what makes it even worse, it's a Yankee. So I don't really.
You know what? They
that
deserve it.
hurts.
I'm glad they lost that
hurts.
game. They
Yeah, we
deserved
lost.
it.
We lost.
We're Yankees, but.
So what's the score right now? What's the score right now?
Well, keep talking. I'll look.
Yankees Red Sox series going on right now. I think it's a 3-game series. This one.
This
last
I think
game
is
was
the
a
last
4-game
one.
series. We won 3-1. We won that series. This one is actually a 3-game series. We took game 1, 9-2. Yesterday we lost 5-1, and then you said we were up by 4.
3.
By 3. So what are we up now?
3-0 still.
3-0. So we're gonna win this game. Hopefully, we got to take it because it's in Boston.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just updated. 6-0.
Oh, you just updated. See what
Yankees
I mean?
up 6-0.
You see, Mike?
Are you
see
cold?
that? You see how we do?
Come on here. We're going to
See, it's not Detroit. This is the
Right here.
Yankees.
Right here. We got to
No,
cheer
I'm not
for
even
you.
gonna.
Come on.
I'm sorry. But Mike is a Detroit fan. You
Dude.
guys got a phenomenal team. I can't
He's
even
got
knock
like
your
every
team.
Detroit hat. Every week is
Yeah,
something
I can't knock him.
Represent.
You got to
Oh,
represent.
not now.
Represent,
Okay.
represent.
Anytime you want him to talk, he'll put
Yeah, he got a
say
mic.
Detroit.
He got his own mic.
Okay. get a budget. Broke ass city.
Well, they got teams.
They got teams. I don't know how to support that. But.
So hopefully we win today.
Not New York City.
We win today. It's a wrap. We got 2 series against the Red Sox. They got the World Series last year. We're winning this year. What have you done for me lately?
Oh, it's 7-0 now. I just got hit
7-0?
up. Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate that.
7-0. Ruben just hit you
Hit me
up.
up from North Carolina.
Nice.
7-0. Wow, what a spanking.
Let's talk something that's near and dear to your heart. Hold up, Faye.
Perfect.
Whatever.
NFL schedule's released.
How do you feel about your schedule? I sent it to you.
I didn't even look at it.
Why? This is the only person
No, I
that's diehard Giants and doesn't even look at football
You know why?
on the off season.
You know
I pay
why?
attention the whole season.
You know why?
I mean,
you know why? Because
all year long.
when I start thinking about football season, I start thinking about hot chocolate. I start thinking about no more boating. I start thinking about cold weather. I don't want to think about it when it hasn't even hit
You
yet.
notice what the NFL is doing.
I don't want to.
They're making themselves relevant all year long.
Oh yeah, they're smart. No,
They're
but
very
it's
smart.
It's a brand, and they have to because they only have 3 or 4 months out of the year, really.
Well,
but
September, October, November, December, January, February, half the year.
half the year. But you sent me, you did send me the schedule.
I'm happy with my schedule.
The only thing I looked for is, are we playing Pittsburgh? Because I was hoping.
And we are in the
Pittsburgh
preseason.
In the preseason,
Week
'cause
1.
That way we would have been there.
We're going to be going down.
Yeah, we'll be going
God
down
willing.
anyway. But it's
Hashtag God willing. And we're also going to catch a Yankee game.
Yep. So that should be a good time.
Hashtag your drink is slow.
What about Alex Cruz? He's like, oh, Buffalo. This is Buffalo's year.
Every year.
Every year.
Poor Alex.
I feel bad.
Here, let me pour one for Alex here.
Alex and Dito.
This is for Alex.
But the thing about it is that, see, he gets really emotional.
No, but he puts the start of the season, preseason. He puts the whole outfit on. He's like,
everything.
This is our year. Hashtag we're gonna win.
But
Dude.
if you notice, he'll put the whole outfit on with a Cruz jersey.
Yeah.
But not because it's Alex Cruz. It's Victor Cruz. It's like, dude, you got to pick because he don't got his own jersey.
No.
There's nobody on the team that's got a Cruz jersey.
No.
But yeah, Bendito, Alex, hashtag. I hope Buffalo.
What the hell is that? Experts predict at least 2. You know what? You guys gotta. You know what? I'm not even talking.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
No, that
experts
freaking
predict at
highlighted.
least 2 wins for the
You
Steelers.
know what?
I didn't put that in there. He just put that in
I
there.
know it's not you.
Oh, he just put that in there.
Freaking comedians, man.
He just put that in there.
Leave my Steelers alone.
But no.
Hashtag 6-time champions going for number 7.
But
I gotta deal
no,
with this.
I mean, y'all gotta win at least.
I gotta
double
deal
that.
with this?
Y'all gotta win at least double that. At least double that.
I'm not talking to you.
4 games. 4
Let's
games.
move on to the
guaranteed.
movies.
Goonies. What do you think about that? Did you like the original Goonies?
Oh, of course. I mean, who doesn't?
Exactly.
If you didn't,
So
you're
how
not
do you
human.
think a remake?
Well, as long as Steven Spielberg is involved, then there's no problem. If he's not involved, then there's a problem.
Okay.
Because everything he touches, you already know. Mm-hmm. But as long as he's involved and he brings back, well, mind you, there's one person that can't be in it. No. That was the other Corey guy that he died. No, so yeah, they can all come back.
Corey Haim died.
Yeah, Corey Haim. So the Corey Feldman will come back,
gonna
and the
be
guy from that was in the freaking the Hobbit movies, the Lord of the Rings. He'll be the main one.
I know you're talking about the little short dude with the pointy
As long as
ears.
they bring back Chunk, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Rocky Road.
So that'll be a good little flashback. Talking about flashbacks, Flash Gordon. What do you think about that?
Did you hear? Where'd you hear that
Flash
from?
Gordon. I just heard it on the news the other day.
You know who I think will be
Flash Gordon
who's gonna play
remake.
it?
I don't know.
You know who I think will be a perfect person to play Flash Gordon?
Who?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Because he has that football background. Because remember, Flash
But Flash
was the
had
quarterback
long
of the
hair.
Jets. He doesn't need to.
Flash had long hair.
Ah, no, don't worry about it.
I don't know.
No, I think the Rock will be
Rock-
the best for that.
The Rock.
The best.
was.
You know what I just finished seeing?
What'd you
It took
like?
me 3 nights because I keep falling asleep. Like I said, my back's been messing with me all night. Captain America 2.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's hot.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I've
It's
seen it.
really good.
Is that one of the movies?
I
right now?
love the way that they're actually taking every Marvel movie and somehow
incorporating-
intertwining
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
for the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, people are sitting there when when credits roll. People are like taking off. When a Marvel
Oh,
movie,
no.
you're sitting there, you're waiting.
Oh, yeah.
You know
You know-
they had 2 endings. They had like one thing right after the main credits rolled. They kept rolling, and at the very very end, they did something else.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Captain
Yeah, no,
America
that's
was
how
nice.
it's been like that for a while. Is this the one that's in the movies now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay, so
I
you
didn't
have
watch
to
it in the movies.
You're gonna have to lend it to me. Hashtag we don't support piracy.
I didn't.
Hashtag what we watch.
What?
No, we don't sell it.
What?
We don't sell it. It's
What are
not
you
for
talking about?
sale. It says sell.
I've never been. What are you
can't-
talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Hashtag You ain't hear nothing from me.
Hashtag you're high.
Yeah, I know. Hashtag no drugs on the show.
Hashtag eat a cookie or something.
UFC 172. So we're kind of going from movies back to sports. But I'm not a UFC guy. I don't really care for UFC.
Bones Jones?
I respect it, but
I love that the talking UFC right now is a hometown guy.
Yeah, and that's the point that I'm trying to make, is the fact that if somebody's from Rochester, I don't care if all you do is play the violin. If you are doing your thing,
I don't care if you bake cookies.
doing your thing. Yeah, whatever you do, as long as you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. And Bon Jones, he's from
Bon Jones.
I don't even know his name.
See,
Roy Jones? Roy Jones?
Bone Jones.
Bones?
John Bone Jones.
I always call him Bon Jones for some reason. I don't know. It just
It's
sounds
not
better.
Bon Jovi.
It just sounds better.
He went to East High. Probably with you at that time. No, you're older.
Probably.
You're old. No,
I'm not that old.
Well, he's like
He's
mid-20s, and you're like mid something else.
I'm mid-22s. Mm-hmm. Mid-22s.
You know he's got two brothers in the NFL?
Yeah, I know. Well, I know he had one. I didn't know he had two.
He's got two.
No, I didn't know he had two.
Two brothers in the NFL.
I didn't know he had two.
One, I think, just won a ring with the Ravens, and the other one's with, I don't know if he's still with New England.
All right, but he's fighting this Saturday.
With the Sheriff.
UFC 172. The funniest thing about it is they're up to 172, and they've only been around for like 4 years. How the hell you have 172? UFC, how long has UFC been around?
Really?
I don't even know how long it's been around.
Over 20 years.
20 years?
I was about 17, 16, somewhere around there, maybe 19.
Well,
I watched the first one, UFC 1, with Horace Gracie and all that. It's been around for a long time.
I respect the sport because no matter what, they're hitting. It's not wrestling where they're just acting. These guys are really fun.
Oh, they kick
My man, who was the dude, Anderson Silva?
Oh, man.
21 years? I seen. How long has boxing been around, though?
Like 300 years.
Oh, okay, that's been around for. That's why I follow those.
But
sports.
see, it took 300 years to get to the level they're at right now. And UFC, give them another 20, they'll be there.
They might. But Anderson Silva, man, when he kicked that dude and his leg literally wrapped around.
I keep hearing about it. And I don't want to see it.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
I missed the
Hold on,
fight.
let me get a picture.
I don't want to see the freaking picture. I don't want to see nobody's shit wrapped around somebody's leg.
Yeah, it was nasty.
No, I don't want to see it.
It was nasty.
Can you just move on to the next slide?
It was nasty. So moving along, no, I'll show it to you off the camera.
No, I don't want to see it.
Not this week, but next week we're gonna have Peggy Carbonell. She works for Trillium Health Services in the city of Rochester. They have a great program that they do, needle exchange program for people that are recovering or still on heroin to at least be able to keep themselves as safe as possible, but also offer treatment services. So she'll be on next Thursday as well as Willie. We'll have Willie on the sports. Actually, we're going for an hour.
You ever watch that movie, The Purge?
I don't want to watch it.
The Purge.
I want to watch it.
The Purge is when you get one day a year where you get to go around and kill anybody you want.
Yeah.
I will kill all the freaking drug addicts.
Why?
And all the drug dealers.
And that's it.
Because you can eliminate drugs right there.
I don't know.
That's what I would do.
I don't know. That sounds.
And you don't have to spend money on programs like that.
That sounds very brutal, though.
Because all that money they spend on those programs, they can just give to me.
Yeah.
Kill the freaking politicians who lobby for that shit. That's what I say.
Or make it all legal, like Amsterdam.
They can leave. Amsterdam?
And there's no issues.
No, that's all weed. They don't want the other stuff.
No, heroin, prostitution, everything is legal.
Oh, they got the red light district.
Everything but murder is legal over there. There's no killings, there's no crime.
Well, apparently murder's legal in California because you can get away with it. Ask OJ.
True. Drum roll? Drum roll, please. So she'll be with us next week in addition to Willie Monroe Jr. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a great show. And moving along, look at that. Yo, for the first time.
You know,
Chuck,
can
you take a picture of this? Can you take a picture of this? This is going to be the first time ever that we finish on time.
Can you make these fonts bigger? Like, really?
What you mean bigger? What you want?
Like, come on, man. The more I drink, the smaller the letters get. What the hell is that?
What? It's a good size.
It looks like a bunch of little ants on the screen.
You need glasses?
Yeah, he needs glasses.
I don't need glasses. I just need you to make the fonts bigger. We solved the problem right there. I solved the problem with drugs. Now I can solve the problem with looking. What the hell? Listen to me. Make me president.
That's the reason why I wear my glasses.
I'm gonna take Obama off his chair. I'm gonna be the next president because I know how to solve everything like that.
Quick.
Like that.
Kill them all. Just kill them.
Kill them all.
Just kill them.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Send your suggestions via Facebook, Instagram, and we'll be up with Twitter. We'll be up with Twitter, I promise. Real Talk 360. Udicci.TV.
Hashtag
LuckyCaesar.com. Just because. What else? What do you want to talk about?
I'm trying to actually beat the clock for once. Now you got me thinking about the freaking clock.
We're good. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. And we out.
Shit, cause I gotta use the bathroom.
You still on the camera.
I don't.
What happened to Chef Josh?
Yeah, they just got kind of busy, tied up today, getting some other stuff, so we weren't able to get that, unfortunately.
Our guest does not, they don't front on us.
What's that?
When we get a guest, our guests come.
Oh, I like when Julio's on. I get it more comfortable. Are you coming back? Are you coming back? What? Do I want to interview you? You know, I want to know where our Rhino is tonight.
Yeah. Come back.
Hey, Rhinos, you're supposed to.
Rochester Rhinos.
Yeah, he was supposed to come back again this week, but that's okay. It's all good.
The season starts.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, season starts the 28th.
I can't imagine I have anything better to do than come down here.
Next week interview, he's not coming back.
Well, you did last week. You did. The only feedback I got is that you were like poking him with your fork when he was trying to get some of the food. Poontang?
Your gel that was dripping off and hit him in the face.
Could have been.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Hey, look, I get it. I've got it. This is like, it's got. But why do you? But why do you use
It's
gel?
jealousy.
I don't understand why you use gel. That's the one that gets me.
I know gel.
Yeah, but why do you use it? That's
I
like.
come out here on purpose. I don't have to look like that.
You know what kills me though? Is that every now and then on Facebook, and I told you about this, Zach, every now and then it'll come up, Ricardo Nieves likes Head and Shoulders.
By the way, I do use Head and Shoulders.
No, I'm going to use it next time.
You don't need hair to use this. You don't scalp.
All right, so the past couple of weeks, we've definitely had some ups and downs. We were upstairs. We kind of had a little bit of some technical difficulties last week. So we weren't able to get in a couple segments that we've been trying to get in. So we're going to squeeze those in a little bit tonight, and primarily because we kind of have to. We want to kind of talk about the future of Udicci.TV. I point to Tim like he doesn't know, but yeah, he knows. We just have a lot. We've got quite a few more people that are beginning to ask about it and trying to get involved.
And know the story.
Yeah, I kind of want it. So we kind of felt like
the chair with the back.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Like, hey, I like when Julio leaves. He gives me the chair with the back. I'm good. So I think a couple things we're going to do tonight before we wrap the show up. We do have a little conversation about leadership that's going to come on after this, which is kind of an interesting topic. But just kind of talking about the future of Udicci.TV. And really start to give people what this is really all about.
And why we've been lagging for 2 weeks because of the demand.
In many ways, oddly enough. So Udicci.TV is really just a big promotional aspect for our broader campaign, which is Take One. Take One is a campaign that we work with credit unions, and our goal is to help get people out of debt here in Rochester. We work with nonprofit credit unions, and Take One allows us to actually take 1% of any debt that is brought into those credit unions and give it to charity. This year we're working with Rahema Home, and that they run some orphanages down in Kenya, and we're working on taking 1% of the debt that can be refinanced to kind of build a whole brick making machine to put the kids to, not kids, but people to work down in Kenya. So it's really an economic development, and actually that's what our business is all about. And when we talk about to appreciate, and yes, we do mean individuals, because if we can't build up people, then there's really no value. If the only thing we're doing is focused on the dollar, we don't see real value in that. So Udicci.TV is really just a platform to promote all of that. So for any of you that don't get, that's what that's at. Our whole thing is get the word out, because we want to help here in Rochester and we want to help around the world. And we've got the team lined up to help us do that. I mean, we've got Blue Bar and Grill, who hosts the show each and every week. We've got Lexington Federal Credit Union, who helps produce and kind of pay for a lot of what's going on here as the equipment that was on there, and they do the loans. We've got Rahema Home, who's involved. But so the future of Udicci.TV, though, this is really just the beginning. Our goal is to actually just bring people on Thursday nights and spin them off into their own shows.
Right.
And so as we understand it right now, we're Rochester's only live streaming to YouTube, mobile capacity, so it's really kind of cool. And we're looking to kind of highlight all things Rochester, all things about our community. Anything that has to do with personal growth or community growth or business growth. And a lot of that right now is centered around music, and we'll talk a little bit about that, and only because it's fun.
Yep.
It's fun on that side of things. So Udicci.TV, like I said, is really a platform for community growth. And we're looking. You'll kind of get that as we go through there. And yes, we do. It is intended to be a national campaign, and it's also a means of us testing our software because we're a technology startup company. Right. Or as Tag would say, a shoestring budget technology company.
Yes, very much so.
So kind of shared it a little bit, and we'll kind of just get into talking about this. But as I say, for instance, Julio and Tag, they come on, they have the show. They started a couple weeks ago. We gave them like a segment. It was 15 minutes, and then it's become 30 minutes, and they've brought on new people, and they're going to be growing to an hour. And that's really our goal. Our goal is to outgrow every show we begin. We want this to be less about us and more about you and your message. Know that, yes, absolutely, each and every time we're going to be promoting what it is we're doing. Yes. And so if anything that you want to do is in contradiction to that, that's going to be a bit of an issue, but very little is said. If you're really about community building, if you're really about doing something that is uplifting, it's meant to be good, I don't care if you're doing a business, because that's good. We're capitalists. We're all good at, we're good about promoting. That's what we're about. So, and again, we're just using this for promotion. So a great example, though, is 15 minutes. They started 10 weeks with us, 10 weeks ago now. Started out with about 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, roughly.
We're about 15 minutes. Yep. Of course, they never ended on time, which is when they realized that they needed 30 minutes. And now we're up to about an hour. And with any luck, we'll just be able to turn over a lot of Thursday to them. Right. Our Thursdays are actually going to be expanding. We're going to be, we'll talk about Appreciate Talent here in just a little bit. That's a new show that we're starting. Appreciate Talent, for those of you who tuned in the beginning, is you heard about the lyrics. And this is one of the things. I don't know how much you guys really even get it. I mean, because that's part of my job, right? Is to do that. And I turn stuff over to Mike and Tim, and they go,
"What?" Most of the time, it's like,
So, like, for about 6 weeks from now, Tim will go like, "Oh, now I understand why you were making lyrics."
After the whole message starts to come together,
right? But actually, Appreciate Talent is kind of a complimentary series to what we're going to be doing with Amanda Ashley. So Amanda's doing Afternoon Cocktail, and we'll come back to, we'll talk a little bit about Appreciate Talent, but you haven't been as involved with Amanda's.
I think I've actually been in the studios when she was here one time, I think.
So do you get the general concept yet of what she's doing?
No, not yet.
So Amanda's show is going to be, we're starting off, again, the pilot episode, if you will, kind of work out some kinks, is next Wednesday, right, Mike? Next Wednesday?
That's correct.
At 4 o'clock?
April 30th at 4 o'clock here in the Underground.
Yeah, so April 30th down here at the Underground. Come on down. And her show is really geared toward specifically the creative types. It will say the artists, the musicians, anything in that realm, and she wants to just kind of highlight that. Now she's got I don't know if it's her company. I'm not exactly sure if it's just something, but it's called Local Visionaries. I'm not
sure if that's her company or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's technically her company, but that's what she calls it. She's got Local Visionaries because she has her vision is to help Rochester become known for the artistic and music scene that it is, like nationally. Think like Austin, Texas, like that's the music scene, right?
Independent music.
What's that? Independent music, right? Because Rochester is home to incredible talent,
good talent,
right?
Especially from the School of Music. And
Exactly. I mean, we have world-class entertainment right here in Rochester.
Yes.
You take the Campbell brothers.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. From Rochester area.
From Rochester, and it's one of that whole thing like the prophet in their own town. Nobody knows them. We found out the other day they like sell out auditoriums when they're in Spain, and as he was joking around with us, he's like,
he's a star in Spain.
He's a star. He goes, if we were in Spain, you couldn't be talking to me, right? And that's the thing. We've got this world-class music here in Rochester, and we just don't celebrate it enough. So that's kind of what Amanda's long-term goal is to really get a movement of everybody working together to send that message to the world.
Yep.
And so Afternoon Cocktail is part grow your creative business, part display your creative business.
Sure. Okay.
And basically it's going to be a show where she's going to have an artist come in. She's gonna have a canvas. That's like a community canvas, and she'll have like an artist coming in, and they'll be painting a piece while the episode's going on, and she'll be interviewing another artist, like another maybe a musician or something else, while the painter's doing his thing.
Okay.
Right, and then when the painter's done doing his or her thing, sit down, do an interview, and then we're also going to have like literally an afternoon cocktail. We're going to kind of pair some. What we're thinking right now is maybe one of the martinis with an appetizer, and what she wants to do is something like an easy recipe that people can make from home, and tune it in there. So that's kind of afternoon cocktail. And very exciting. That, like I said, that's starting. That's another Udicci.TV thing coming out. Started talking about appreciate talent, and to really kind of understand what appreciate talent is about. One of the things that we need to help businesses one of the things that we do is actually help businesses understand what it means to brand their business. And we know that small business right now needs to understand media production. This is maybe that hard side of me coming out, but like newsflash, this is the future, and it's here now, right? So I mean, it's how many years ago we used to joke around with like websites are so 2000, and they are.
They are,
right?
Yep. Really
I mean, everything's dominated by social media.
Yes.
And how old is social media? What are we, Facebook's maybe 2006? What are we, 8 years into?
Yeah, something like that.
We're 8 years into Facebook, and it's revolutionized the way we interact online.
Yes.
This is only going to happen quicker.
Yes, because it's video, and everybody appreciates video more.
Everybody, and that's it. We're so used to watching television.
Yes.
So our goal is to actually help small business understand what it takes to produce media, and then provide them with a platform that they can do so extraordinarily affordable by comparison. And we can actually put out video now for less than the cost of a website.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
We can put out video quicker, faster, more concise. We can put out videos for small business that they can begin using on their social media site. But they need to understand the process, because it's not difficult.
Well, the value, as far as what the value of it is, can be measured simply because of the analytics. If you think about what we've got so far, as far as, and I don't know what we're at now. It's 30 days. Last 30 days, what is it? 3 hours a day?
3 hours of average, right?
3 hours average.
3+
of people watching the video consistently. Now, 9 times out of 10, I won't see anybody's posts on Facebook, but yet I'll sit there and watch video for 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time.
That's right.
So,
and we haven't even got into like slicing our videos up. We haven't even got into distributing the way we're supposed to distribute.
Yes.
There's 3 of us.
That's all. Hashtag
shoestring budget, right? There's 3 of them. But yeah, I mean, literally 10 weeks, and the first couple of weeks that they were rough, as if this isn't right. But
growing,
it's growing, and that's really what Udicci.TV is about. Is about keep providing platforms for people to get out there. But I'm really looking forward to Appreciate Talent. I think I'm going to have to push it off a week or 2 to begin. But the idea is simply this: we want a theme song. We want a theme song for Udicci. We've wanted one for a while. We've talked about it. We have some ideas. This is probably not going to be exactly what we talked about, but it'll be fun.
Right. And Blue October said no, so we had
Right. I'm like, hey, guys, sorry. Hey, Justin Furstenfeld, tried to get a hold of you. Anyways. What we're going to do is we've got this song, this, what was that? With the Friends. What was the?
I didn't know. At least he's not in the shower this time.
Right. So, I can't believe I really thought my phone.
What are you doing in the shower?
I really thought my phone was waterproof. It's like, no, that's the Galaxy 5. Oh, sorry.
Hey, technology hadn't quite caught up with you yet.
Yeah. That's why I was texting the lyrics. So. What we're doing is we're just beginning to we're not musicians, but we have a need to produce something in a creative manner. So we're actually going to let people follow us from the very beginnings of a creative idea through the very end of it to include the video aspect of it. And what's going to be a lot of fun, we're working with guys like Jesse Sprinkle, and we've got a few other guys on board right now. Jesse Sprinkle.
That's like my name is Carl Swirl or something.
What? Whatever. So, Jesse's going to be involved with this. He's going to be helping us writing it. We've got a few other editors, maybe David, or see if we can get him involved. Yeah, I'd love to have David Michael Miller do this. And the song is basically about brothers and being brothers and giving that hand out, recognizing that, like, hey, sometimes we're down, right? Sometimes, right? I mean, like, sometimes we're down. But if we allow our brothers to stay down, what kind of brother can we claim to be?
Sometimes we have to have the hand-me-downs, you know.
Right. So the song is going to be about that, and we're going to go from like writing lyrics to composing the music. You're going to be able to watch all of this as we go through it. We're also going to talk about budgeting. Like, what does it cost to get this kind of stuff done? And we're going to say, like, how do you go about promoting these things? So people can see not only how to produce their social media and media in general, but also about how to promote it, how to go about understanding the budgeting pieces of it. And we're going to put that all out there as kind of like a how-to, as a promotional piece, so small businesses can begin to understand that and they can kind of grow. So that's coming up. Other show ideas that we talked about, and still waiting for a couple women to get back to me that would talk to us at Soho, but I want to get the branding show going. Brand New You or something like that. Because, again, branding is a big part of what we do.
Talk about the culture process.
The culture process inside of it, absolutely, yeah. And I think a lot of these are really just going to be like seasons, like we keep talking about, right? And we're, as opposed to having shows that are constantly running, I'm not opposed to, like, Thursday Night Social will probably always be running.
Right.
And it will just be introducing new people and spinning off, and, there'll always be something going on. But the goal is to always spin off. This is the starting platform.
Yeah.
Right, that's exactly right. But not all shows. Some shows are going to be 12 to 14 weeks and done.
Yep.
And, so the brand, but like the branding one, I don't think so. I think the branding one, I want to make it a little bit, what was that we were talking about? WB Mason. Who But Mason?
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, kind of start going through, looking at brands in the past, how the brands differentiated themselves in the market. We talked about an open mic night. I think that'd be fun. I think some sort of open mic night, spoken word, that kind of piece would be a lot of fun to it. So that's kind of what Udicci.TV is. What's that?
Segment, dance party.
What's that? Oh, the dance party. I thought it'd be a lot of fun if, like Thursday Night Social or certain, because what we need to do is we want to share segments across certain things so everything ties together. But I thought it'd be really fun if randomly a small business or a business could sponsor a dance party, and it would be part of our agreement with the shows that if we throw in a dance party, that the hosts have to get up and start dancing to a song. I just thought, something fun. It's social media, folks. That's what we do.
This is going to be an interesting ride.
Yeah, so it is. So let's go back here. I think, did I go too far, Mike? No, I don't think so. I'm good. All right, I'm good. So, that's Udicci.TV in the future, and I guess we're going to kind of finish out the night on having a conversation that we had started a couple weeks ago, and it's and you hit on it. By the way, the segment right now is called "Leadership is Hard," and it's in. I'm reading a John Maxwell book, which is great. It has some great insights. But I think everybody wants to be a leader. I really do. I think everybody's like, I'm a leader.
Yep.
I'm like, newsflash, a leader is a skill set. Leadership is a skill set. You can learn to be a leader.
Yep.
And I'm sure that there are people who are born with natural talents to lead, right?
Sure.
Some just had the charisma, the ability to kind of direct people, and people will follow them by the natural instinct of their personality. So
And maybe they grew up in an environment and their parents were leaders.
Yes. Yep.
In all likelihood, that's what created it, right?
Yes.
They're not born leaders. They were taught to be leaders. They were brought up through leadership.
Yes.
For those of us who weren't, leadership is hard. And it really is, because it's one of those things that you're always trying to,
balance.
You're responsible for other people.
Yep.
And most of us, let's be real. Most of us barely want to be responsible for ourselves.
Most of us aren't responsible for ourselves.
Right. And then anytime something goes wrong, most of us just want to blame others for it.
Sure. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And a leader's going, nope, that's me. That stinks. So one of the things I was talking about, though, you said it, asking more questions. And I think that's a style of leadership that I think we really need to focus on. And it's question-based leadership, right?
Being a good follower. That's what, something like that. Might not.
Could you wait till the next slide?
Can you follow a little bit better?
Thank you for
Follow a
asking.
little better.
Thank you for asking. Yeah.
Mike, yeah, work on your following.
Yeah, that's yeah. Maybe had something prepped for the show.
Maybe I should have reviewed the slide.
See, like a leader would have
only
told
online.
people to like prep for the show.
I did as I was coming.
Yeah, but what's interesting, like, and I haven't gotten into this big deal, but like in depth. But I guess the question-based leadership is actually Socratic leadership, Socrates.
Okay.
Right, and the idea being this is that people like to be right.
Right.
Right. So when you ask a question and you're sincere about wanting to hear the answer, the people are going to go, "Oh, he already knows the answer." What's the answer?
Right.
What's the correct answer? What's the best answer? And in this case, it's like if you, now we'll get into the followers. If you want to walk alone, and I love that, he who thinks he's a leader but turns and has no followers, he's only walking alone, right? That's kind of the idea. And John Maxwell even says that. He goes, let's be real. He goes, taking away all of the moral implications of this statement, let's be real. What's the purpose of leadership? To gain followers.
Right.
All right, and then we'll get into like whether following is such a bad thing. But I love the idea of a question base, which is you're sincerely asking a question to say, okay, give me the solution. You give me your answer.
Right.
But be ready to know that it's my job to lead us all in one direction. My job to, or your job to lead your team in this direction. So if his answer is outside, right, you've got to now redirect the answer.
Right.
But I love the question-based thing, and the idea with it is to get everybody to that one mind in one direction.
Right.
Because questions really allow people, like, even if the answer is incorrect, you can not even, how about less than direct?
Right.
That's probably, maybe that's a great way of looking at it.
Less than direct?
Yeah, like some perspectives aren't as, don't provide as direct a path.
Okay, yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Something
Disconnected.
Like right. Yeah. So, so one of the things you can do with a question is just like, oh, so you think this? Well, what about this? And lead the people down a path where they would even see their own error.
Right.
Not necessarily easy.
That's not easy.
No,
but
you got to be.
But Socrates, and I can't remember how it worked, but like that was the concept, because as a philosopher, every time you thought you had an answer, you were better off having another question. Because the moment you thought you had a question or an answer, you're done. You defined yourself.
Yes.
So I thought that was very easy. That is. So let's talk about being a follower, Mike. The next slide.
Leadership is.
And this is kind of an interesting thing when I think about it. Like, honestly, what do you think society right now? What does society think? Like, be a follower, Mike. Right?
Yeah, they're like,
No.
This
I'm a
selfish
leader.
community?
I'm going to start my own show.
I'm gonna start right.
I don't agree with you. I want a show on your show.
Right. But what, honestly, do you hear society right now going, be a follower?
No, it's mostly because everybody's too selfish to consider being a follower at that point.
And here's what I'm going to say. The best leaders are the best followers.
They're open-minded.
Yeah.
Ask the right questions, basically, right? Continue to ask the right questions.
A good follower will find that which they're willing to follow, that they believe in wholeheartedly, that they're willing to sell their life out to because they believe in the cause or the purpose.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
And then they go about following that lead,
Yes.
not trying to create the lead because somebody else already blazed the path.
Right.
Right?
Right?
Absolutely.
Why do we have to blaze our own path?
In society today, we have to because everybody's so selfish.
Well, like just in the internet, I mean, think about how it went from the internet with simple websites, and then social media was basically that blazed the trail for social media.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Which is exactly, unless you grew up where we did on it, GeoCities was the first social network site, right? And it really, GeoCities and Usenet boards and all these other boards were the version of social media before we ever called it social media.
Yeah.
But, right? And it was businesses found their own stop along the way, and it came back because the internet is that great equalizer. But I do think, my thing is like, yeah, we have to be a great follower, to be a leader. So, I think that flies in the face of what most people think.
Absolutely.
No, I'm a leader. I stand alone. So, where are you?
Pride.
Then who's following?
Right. Then who's following?
Yeah.
Then who's following?
So you're demanding them to follow.
So this is what got me. Then, so how does it feel to be a follower?
Depends on the type of follower you are.
Right.
Do you like to be told what to do?
Not everybody likes to be told what to do, but in some cases it's better that way.
Right. There's, you could say there's security in that. Like you can follow a set of instructions that you didn't make, but you know that if you do it, something will come out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something in there that you could point to that has value or is something complete.
And that's that is the hardest thing. And this is where I start getting into leadership is hard. First off is doing what you're told. Do this. I don't want to do it. Right? I mean, that which we choose to follow. How many times have you said somebody that what you're following is saying, do this. I don't want to do it.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm telling you how to get here.
Right.
I'm telling you, I got the vision. I've already cleared the way. I know how to get here. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. Right? Okay, well, go find another follower. Or go find another leader. Or become your own leader. But you know what you're going to find out? You got to follow the same path.
Right.
You don't get to, I'm a leader. And what the book goes into that I'm reading, it's interesting. It's let's face it. Again, taking all the moral sides apart, Hitler was a leader.
Oh, yeah.
Mussolini was a leader.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the most brutal people ever in our humanity were leaders.
Kim Jong-un.
Because they got followers.
Yeah.
To do things, they influenced them. And that's really what it comes down to. But so the whole leadership thing of like I was saying, leadership is hard because I don't like to even give directions. Honestly, do you?
Not really, no, because you're just afraid you're going to be wrong. I mean, there's a lot of different pieces, and if it's okay, maybe there's a better way that I could be doing this. I mean, there's so many different factors in there that you just don't know.
You have to kind of take risk and go,
yep,
here's the answer. Go in this direction.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, okay, that didn't work.
Yeah.
And your followers are going
where are we going?
I thought the path was already clear. Well,
yeah, not quite as clear as we thought it was.
Not quite. At one point, apparently, I stopped listening. I don't know, right? I stopped listening to my own questions. That kind of thing. And it is interesting as we're really growing here, it is not comfortable to give directions because it starts to feel like I'm treating you like employees. I'm treating you like followers. Except for the fact that that's exactly how you should treat a follower.
Right.
Because if you care about them, you're trying to give them the directives that you think are best for that which you're building.
Right.
But it's not comfortable.
No.
It's not comfortable at all. And then even think when you get that. So that was kind of my thing is the whole thing of leadership being hard. And really what this is all about is appreciating others, right? Because to be a leader, you've got to be willing to be vulnerable.
Yes.
You have to be willing to be
risk.
Hugely vulnerable.
Yep.
Part of risk. That's what small business is all about.
It's all about risk, right? Because
managing the risk, though.
It's first off, being a leader is a huge responsibility.
Yes.
People are entrusting their well-being in your own hands, and God knows we don't have all the answers.
Right.
So we have to actually begin looking at those who are choosing to be followers because they have to choose to follow.
Right.
Because here's what, and we've seen this. When you get a vision and you get determined, I don't know how many times over 4 years people are like, you should do it this way. Thank you. You raise a great point. You raise a great point, but we're going that way. But if you did it this way,
it would be so much better.
Yes, you're right. If we were trying to go that way, it would. But we're going that way.
Yes.
And you know, we've been on this path for a while, and that's and so it's you know, that whole follower, like having to be choose to follow, it's the leader's job to look into their followers and find out what is their strength, right? And help that person develop that strength. Follow directions.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, until I really get to ask a lot of questions to learn. I'm like, what is it? I follow directions well. Okay, now I better figure out how to give a direction. Right?
Clearly.
Right, clearly. And that was back in that other way.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
Oh, clarity? Oh, with you, it's impossible.
It is.
Just kidding.
I mean, you sit here, we all could be looking at the orange cup and see something different.
Oh, sure.
That's our experience. And that's all part of the culture, like you brought up earlier. Anyways. So, here's the thing, leadership is hard. One of the things I want to start doing, and you guys can hold me to this, is that whole trying to communicate better. I want to ask you guys questions, and I want you to bring me solutions. I don't want to be giving you tasks. I want to have
That's operations.
What's that?
That's operations. That's
I want you to come to solutions and go, okay, yep, this, that, and the other thing, but we need to change it here.
Yeah.
Right? And because it's a lot easier to let you guys do what you do best than try to give a direction.
Delegation.
Yeah, that's that word delegation that everyone's been saying you need to learn to do better. And all I go is like, yeah, if you guys want to be better followers, work on. Yeah.
You know, every time you point,
Let it go.
those 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Exactly. So that's kind of where we're going on that end of things. And
Before we go, I wanted you to see what I was doing.
He's over there playing while we're having a serious conversation.
No, I wasn't. It was during the dance party thing. I came on, I was going like this, and I wanted Chuck to switch with me, and I'll show you what I was seeing.
okay, we're gonna switch.
You guys going overtime?
Yeah, we're over.
We're over by like 7 minutes and 5 seconds right now.
I know, that sounds
Come on up here, man. We need filler.
Oh, so wait.
What is
So
something
you
burning?
gotta go like
I
that.
gotta go. Something burning?
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
I wondered if it was that.
It's the dance party.
It's our blob.
Hey,
No,
wait, you know
not.
what's
This
really
is your.
on inside of here?
It smells like a burning pizza.
A burning pizza.
Wow, it's upstairs.
This right here. I'll just have a little bit of fun. All right, so I guess then with that, I gotta figure out how to actually.
I'll do it.
You got it. I guess we're gonna go ahead and sign off.
Julio, thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. So that's good night.
Good night from me, Udicci.TV.
Buenas
God bless.
noches.
All right, we're out.
We started on time. We ended 7 minutes over.
All I gotta say is,
Unexpected
for the
guest.
first time ever, we finished on time.